Okay, listen to that sound, that familiar rumble. It's more than just noise, right? It's kind of the soundtrack of our world waking up, getting moving. We're not talking comic book heroes today. No capes, no masks. We're talking about the professionals, the dedicated people who wear seatbelts, navigate our roads, and well, they keep everything going. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the huge and often unseen impact of drivers, truck drivers, delivery drivers, you name it. And it's really timely, too, because this winter is actually Driver Appreciation Week. So, our mission here on the deep dive, as always, is to pull out the most important bits from our sources, help you really get informed about their crucial role, and maybe build a deeper appreciation for just how fundamental these folks are to our daily lives.
Yeah, and what's really interesting, I think, in the sources is how they talk about these everyday actions, things drivers do routinely, and they frame them as, well, genuinely heroic acts. It sort of pushes us to rethink what we consider heroism in the modern world, moving beyond the flashy stuff to see the resilience, the importance, the complexity in what they do every day. It's a chance to see not just what they do, but why it's so critical.
That's a great way to put it. It's not just saying thanks, it's understanding their structural importance. You mentioned heroism, and our sources find that even in something as basic as a seatbelt. How does that work?
Right. It's fascinating. Sources point out that clicking the seatbelt, it's way more than just following a rule. It's like a symbol of their whole professional mindset.
Mm.
It shows that commitment to safety, to responsibility, not just for themselves, but, their cargo, everyone else on the road. It's like this daily promise they make to their families, too,
Yeah.
that they'll get home safe after dealing with miles and miles of, well, anything. It's not just about staying safe personally. It's about keeping the whole supply chain running smoothly with integrity.
Hmm. That commitment.
And connecting that to Driver Appreciation Week, it really goes beyond a simple thank you. It's about recognizing, the absolute foundation of our logistics. It's this moment each year to stop and see the dedication, the skill, and the pretty significant personal sacrifices that often just, well, fly under the radar. These guys are out there in blizzards, intense heat, crazy traffic, planning roads, all to get stuff where it needs to go. Our sources are really clear on this. It's not just a job. It's more like an ongoing mission, an essential service that, frankly, holds modern society together. This week is about making sure people really see that, understand that contribution.
That's a really important point mission, not just a job. And that mission, it's not abstract, is it? It hits your life every single day. Our sources have this really striking statistic. 70% of all freight in the US moves by truck. 70%. Can you sort of unpack what that actually means for us, for our listeners day to day?
Yeah, that number, it really hammers home how much we rely on them. It means pretty much everything you touch, everything you interact with. The coffee you had this morning, the clothes you're wearing, the phone or computer you're listening on right now, even the materials used to build your house or office.
Yeah.
It all got there,
Yeah.
thanks to a driver,
Wow. Everything.
pretty much. And the sources, they paint a stark picture if that stopped. Grocery store shelves, they'd be empty in just a few days. The whole system relies on that constant movement. It's not just about getting goods. It's about our economy running smoothly, our whole quality of life. They're like the invisible connectors between producers and, well, us,
Yeah.
making sure everything is convenient.
Right. The convenience we definitely take for granted.
Which leads to that question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What's the real cost of that convenience? Because our sources are very explicit about the personal sacrifices involved. We're talking incredibly long hours, often weeks away from home, away from family. Yeah, living out of the truck cab, missing holidays, kids' birthdays, all those important moments. And it's not always a choice. It's driven by these tight schedules, just-in-time demands. So they're out there day in, day out, dealing with terrible weather, awful traffic, and honestly, a lot of solitude, just to keep things moving. That level of dedication, it's way beyond a typical 9 to 5.
Definitely.
And here's the thing, despite all that pressure, safety is still absolutely number one. Professional drivers have strict rules, tons of training. They use technology like ELDs, electronic logging devices, to track hours and ensure they're compliant. It's all about prioritizing safety
Yeah.
for themselves and everyone else sharing the road.
That really does bring the human element forward. It's not just a machine, it's a person managing huge responsibility, often at a real personal cost. Okay, so our sources also try to paint a picture of a day in the life. Can you walk us through that, maybe starting with what they call the super checklist? What's that about?
Absolutely. Well, first off, their day starts early, like way before sunrise often. And that super checklist, it's actually a critical, legally required pre-trip inspection. Before they even think about moving, they have to meticulously check, dozens of things. Tires, pressure, condition, brakes, fluids, lights, wipers. The connection to the trailer, basically making sure this massive vehicle is 100% safe and ready for the road. It's their first line of defense. Needs real know-how.
So a lot more involved than just turning a key?
Oh, definitely. Only after that thorough check comes what the sources call the Great Journey. And that journey could mean anything. Facing whiteout blizzards in the mountains, scorching desert heat, navigating nightmare city traffic, backing into tricky loading docks, or just hours and hours on empty highways. It takes this incredible mix of driving skill, awareness, resilience, and just constant focus. They're not just driving, they're managing logistics on the fly, solving problems, being road safety experts, constantly adapting.
That sounds mentally exhausting as much as physically. And then, at the end of all that, comes the payoff, right? The magic delivery, connecting all that effort back to us.
Exactly, that's the goal, the culmination. That precision needed to get the delivery right, safely, on time. Think about it. The fresh fruit in your supermarket, the parts for a local factory, vital medical supplies for a hospital, that package on your doorstep.
Yeah.
Each one is a successful magic delivery. The fact that these things are just there when we need them, that's down to the skill and dedication of these drivers. Their work is literally all around you right now, making your life easier, keeping the economy humming.
It really puts it in perspective.
And, what's kind of cool is how these details make it feel less abstract, more human. Our sources also threw in some surprising facts that help with that.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, for instance, a fully loaded big rig. It can weigh up to 80,000 pounds.
80,000?
Yeah, that's like 20 elephants.
Yeah.
Imagine the skill needed to control and stop that much weight safely.
Wow. Okay, yeah.
In distance, many long-haul truckers cover over 3,000 miles in a single week.
3,000 miles.
Like driving coast to coast. It's not just stamina, it shows you the planning involved, the time management.
Right.
We also learned about the sleeper cabins in many trucks. They're like mini homes on wheels, bed, fridge, maybe a TV. That's where they live on the road. It shows how unique their work-life situation is.
A home away from home.
Pretty much. And here's a charming one. Some truckers actually name their trucks,
Right.
like the Road Warrior or Big Red or something. It shows that connection, It's not just equipment. It's their workspace, their home, sometimes their main companion out there. It personalizes the whole thing.
Those details really do make a difference. It underlines the scale and the humanity of it all, not just steering a wheel. Okay, so knowing all this, understanding the sacrifices, the skill, what does this mean for you listening? How can we move from just understanding to actively showing some appreciation? Our sources had some practical ideas, right?
Yeah, they did. And often it's the small things that count, like a simple, friendly wave from your car or a quick, polite honk that can actually make a difference in their day. Acknowledges them. And in today's world, jump on social media, use the hashtag Driver Appreciation Week, share a thank you, give them that public recognition.
Good idea.
Or if you see a driver at a truck stop or a diner, maybe buy them a coffee or even a meal. It's a real, tangible way to say thanks and maybe break up some of that isolation they feel. And really important, teach your kids about it. Why drivers matter helps build that awareness across society, starting young.
Educating the next generation.
And maybe the most crucial thing connects back to safety. How does our own driving show respect? The sources have this powerful, simple message, buckle up.
Right, back to the seatbelt.
It's exactly. The best way to honor these pros, who buckle up every single time as part of their job, is to do it too. It's your own safety tool, your own cape. But it goes beyond just your seatbelt. It's about how we share the road. Be patient. Remember, these big trucks, they need way more room to stop and turn. They have huge blind spots. They can't just zip around like cars.
Yeah, giving them space is key.
Definitely. So buckling up, being patient, giving them room. You're not just being safe for yourself. You're showing respect. You're acknowledging their professionalism and the tough job they do. It's a concrete way to participate during Driver Appreciation Week and, frankly, all year round. Makes the road safer for everybody.
That's very well put. Our deep dive today, it's really shown that these heroes wear seatbelts, right? And their impact is just everywhere. In every part of our lives. They really are, as our sources said, the backbone of our economy, the heartbeat of logistics, the true heroes behind the wheel. Their work might be quiet, often unseen, but that contribution, it's dynamic, it's constant, felt everywhere, every day, every package, every meal.
And if you think about the bigger picture, every single mile driven tells a story of commitment, yeah, but also complex logistics and just sheer resilience. Think about that for a second. What does it really mean for you to recognize those unseen stories? The pre-trip check in the dark, the storm they drove through, the family event they missed, all behind that item that just appeared seamlessly in your life. kind of challenges us maybe to look past just being consumers and appreciate the huge human effort behind it all.
Absolutely. A challenge to see the system and the people making it work. So next time you hear that rumble or see that delivery truck pull up, remember the person behind the wheel. They're doing more than just driving. They're orchestrating a piece of our interconnected world, facing challenges so we can have what we need. To all the drivers out there, you are truly appreciated, you are respected, and you are seen. Thank you. Thank you for every mile, every load.